You see the yachts and the parties, but what if I told you the Mykonos taxi system is completely broken? The best beaches have zero music, and you're missing the birthplace of two Greek gods. Most tourists fly right over the real island and make the same 10 mistakes I did. So stop scrolling. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the 10 things I wish I knew before I went to Mykonos, so that you can skip the crowds, save serious cash, and discover the hidden soulful Mykonos. I'm here to make sure that you don't miss it. My first time in Mykonos, I thought it was all about the nightlife and the beautiful beaches. And look, I wasn't entirely wrong, but I was absolutely missing the quieter, cultural, and stunning best part of Mykonos. In this guide, I'm sharing the 10 things I wish somebody had told me before I actually went. This is your blueprint to discover the quiet, cultural, and soulful side of this legendary Greek island. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Vivid Travels, and let's just jump right in. So first things first, everyone flocks to Kora, or Mykonos town. You should absolutely get lost in the gorgeous whitewashed alleyways, but the real traditional heart of Mykonos beats strongest in a village called Anomera. It feels like a different world, with a peaceful town square and incredibly family-run taverns. This is where you see a slower, more authentic side of Mykonian life. 2, its history is world-changing. Look, I knew Mykonos was beautiful, but I had no clue that it was a literal gateway to an UNESCO World Heritage Site. I'm talking about the island of Delos. Ancient Greeks believed it was the birthplace of the gods both Apollo and Artemis. A quick boat trip takes you to this unbelievable open-air museum covered with ancient ruins. A guided tour usually runs about 60 to 80 euros and is worth every single euro. This is a must-do. Number 3, you can actually find quiet beaches. Yes, the party beaches like Paradise and Super Paradise are legendary, but I wish I had known that for every packed out spot, there's a quiet one. Beaches that are unspoiled and perfect for escaping it all. Forget the thumping music for a day and check out gems like Kapari Beach or Fokos Beach. These are spots you go for total tranquility, often without sunbeds, just you, the sand, and the crystal clear Aegean water. Number 4, you can live like a local. One thing I really missed out on my first trip was experiencing Mykonian farm life. Places like Rizzo's Folklore Farmstead and Mykonos Viewpoint Organic Farm offer amazing, authentic escape. Rizzo's, you can take cooking and bread making classes with the family. At Viewpoint, you're tasting organic wine at a historic vineyard. It's a completely grounding experience away from all of the buzz. So, we've covered hidden villages, ancient ruins, and quiet beaches. Is there a famous destination that you've been to where you found a hidden cultural side? I want to know. Drop a tip in the comment below. It helps us all find all these hidden cultural and popular spots that we may want to visit one day. On to number 5. The spiritual side is stunning. You might not expect it from its party hard reputation, but Mykonos has a really deep spiritual side. Head back to Anomera and you'll find the Monastery of Panagia Torliani. It was founded way back in the 16th century, And inside, you'll find an incredibly detailed wood-carved altar screen brought all the way from Florence. It's a peaceful, powerful place that gives you a completely different perspective on the island. Number 6, sunsets are a ritual, not just a view. Everyone will tell you to watch the sunset from the famous windmills or, of course, Little Venice. And you should. It's iconic for a reason. But I wish I'd known about the spots locals love for an even more dramatic and peaceful view. The Armenistas Lighthouse is on the northwestern tip, offering insane panoramic views of the Aegean Sea as the sun goes down, but without the massive crowds. 7, getting around requires a plan. Okay, real talk. I thought I could just walk everywhere or grab a taxi. That was a big mistake. There were surprisingly few taxis. We were lucky to get one from the airport, and they can actually get pretty pricey. The absolute best way to explore all of these hidden gems is to either rent an ATV or a scooter for the day. This gives you the freedom to go wherever you want. Also, plan ahead if you're going to use the bus system. The 2 main bus stations don't connect, so you might have a 20-minute walk between them to actually transfer. I actually did take the bus from our hotel down to Mykonos town, and it actually wasn't bad. It was only a couple euros, and it was a fairly short trip. Number 8, you can learn to cook like a Greek. One of the biggest souvenirs you can bring home is a new skill. I wish I had known about the amazing cooking classes all over the island. You can spend a few hours with a local home cook or a professional chef learning how to make classic Greek dishes with super fresh ingredients. It's a rewarding and, let's just be honest, delicious way to immerse yourself in the culture. Number 9. The shoulder season is the sweet spot. My first trip was in May, and I tell you what, I just got lucky. After talking to some of the locals and doing some research online afterwards, of course, I found out that the height of the season is July and August, where it's super hot, super busy, and super expensive. So when I went at the end of May to the very beginning of June, it wasn't quite overcrowded yet. The prices were fairly decent, at least for Mykonos. And I had such a lovely trip. The weather was perfect. Shoulder seasons tend to be May, June, and September. The weather is still gorgeous. The sea is still warm enough for swimming. But let me tell you what, to me, it was kind of cold, but we swam nonetheless. But overall, the crowds are much smaller, prices more reasonable, and you get a far more relaxed and authentic experience. Number 10, cash is still useful. While you can use your credit card in most hotels and bigger restaurants, I'd wish I had known just how useful it would be to have euros on hand. For those little bakeries, tiny caverns in villages like Anomera, or market stalls, cash is often easier and sometimes the only option. Having some cash just makes all of those small, spontaneous, and authentic interactions much smoother. Mykonos is an island of 2 halves. There's the world-famous party animal, but there's also the quiet, historic, and incredibly soulful local. I went looking for one and ended up falling completely in love with the other. Don't make the mistake of only seeing one side of it. Go explore, get a little lost, and discover the real Mykonos. If I've convinced you there's more to Mykonos than meets the eye, then make sure you hit that like button. And if you want more travel guides that dig a little deeper, make sure that you subscribe and watch this video next. Until later, safe travels.